Hold on a second. Shabbat shalom, everybody.
Shabbat shalom. We're going straight into the second song.
I don't know if you noticed, but there's something different in the air tonight, no? Because for the record, none of these clothes are mine. I've borrowed them from different people in the audience. Heidi, thank you for this jacket. Thea for this scarf. Noam for these glasses. So we have a really, really, really wonderful, incredible. We have a really incredible night, and it's so wonderful to see so many people here. I just want to say in advance to this band, there's not many places that can do a Rolling Stone Shabbat, let alone a Jewish treatment facility, right? So I just need to point that out in the beginning, that we try to, at Beit Tshuva, we try to keep it sweet. We try to make life a little sweet, kind of like some brown sugar.
On a Friday night, celebrating Shabbat and looking tight. Sure hope Rabbi's gonna treat me right. You should have heard him just around midnight. Beit Tshuva, how come you feel so good? Beit Tshuva, just like a rehab should. Shabbos candles hot. No one's in the house wondering when it's gonna stop. Residents knowing that they're doing alright. You should have heard them just around midnight. Beit Tshuva, how come you feel so good? Beit Tshuva, just like a rehab should. I used to yell and scream. Some people thought that he was really mean. I'm no scholar, but I know what he likes. He was quoting Heschel just around midnight. Beit Tshuva, how come you feel so good? Beit Tshuva, just like a rehab should now. I said, yeah, 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 woo! How come you feel so good? I said, yeah, 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 woo! Just like a rehab should now. I said, yeah, 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 woo! How come you feel so good? I said, yeah, 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 woo!
Whenever you're ready, Laura.
Ba-da-da-da-ba-ba-ba-da-da. Ba-da-da-da-ba-ba-ba-da-da. Ba-da-da-da-ba. Oh my, my, my. I'm smiling, baby. You need some guiding, baby. I'm just deciding, baby, now we need you more than ever. Let's spend Shabbat together. Let's spend Shabbat together now. Oh my, my, my. This doesn't happen to me every day. Oh my. No excuses offered anyway. Oh my, my. I'll satisfy your every need. And now I know you'll satisfy me. Yeah, when we try. Oh my, let's spend Shabbat together. Now we need you more than ever. Let's spend Shabbat together now. Now I need you more than ever. Oh, oh. And I'll satisfy your every need. Oh, oh, oh. Now I need you more than ever. Oh, oh. Let's spend Shabbat together. Now we need you more than ever. Let's spend Shabbat together now.
Yeah.
Thank you, Cleveland.
Oh, it's so nice to spend Shabbat together, no? Isn't it wonderful just that we get one day out of the week of all the hustle and bustle to put it aside and just come and be in community together. And I want to make sure everybody, you're giving yourself credit for taking this time for you, for community, and for a higher power. So give yourselves credit for that. And way to go, Vic. And so we're gonna start with some candle lighting. So I want to invite all birthdays, Tanya, who's on YouTube, Julia D, Jade C, Adam N, and Russell H to come on up and start us off by lighting the Shabbat candles for us. I'm not sure if Julia, are you here yet? She's not here yet. So Adam, Russell, and Jade, come on up to light the Shabbat candles.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kirshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Now it's officially Shabbat, and we begin with Yedid Nefesh tonight. Nefesh is the word for soul, one of the words for soul. And when we talk about sanctuary, when we talk about a place for healing, we talk about a place where you can breathe, right? That we've come from wherever we've come from, and now we can relax and unload and have, as in Farsi, nafas, breath. And Yedid Nefesh, I'm not going to lie, we're gonna sing Angie. I always used to thought he was singing Angel, right? But in a lot of ways, Yedid Nefesh, being able to sing out and breathe, is really a form of having a pocket of energy, an angel in our midst. And so here we go with Angie for Yedid Nefesh.
Austin.
Okay, shalom aleichem to Honky Tonk Woman. I'm not even going to try. So what we're going to do is there are a lot of people in the room, which is amazing. And maybe we want to turn to somebody we haven't seen in a while, or somebody that is new and welcome them into our community, welcome them in peace. So take a minute, get up, find somebody new, welcome people. Let's send shalom aleichem to everybody.
Shalom, 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 shalom aleichem. Bachoni leshalom. Maleche Elyon. Shalom, shalom aleichem. Sechem the shalom. Shalom, shalom, shalom aleichem.
Hear that? It's nice to hear that. So we move on to tzedakah. And we ask everyone in our community, whether you're a resident, whether you're an alumni, whether you're a community member, family member, staff member, we ask everybody to give because it's the right thing to do. It's tzedek, it's righteousness. And if you want to help make these nights more often, we ask you to even give a little bit more. So thank you for everybody in our community, our board members who are here especially too, to help keep us going, and for everybody to contribute to keep these amazing, amazing lives holy, right? To help us all in recovery. So there's ways to do on Venmo, on our website. Make sure our Venmo, if you're doing that, has our graphic, our logo on it, and there's some tzedakah boxes that are coming around as well. So thank you for giving generously. And Armando I is going to come up and give us a little word on tshuva.
I'm Armando, and I'm a grateful member of this community. Thank you, Thea, for asking me to share a few words on Teshuvah. Teshuvah is a practice of self-reflection, owning what we did wrong or right, and blazing a path forward. Not a path of hiding or shame, but a path of authenticity and forgiveness. I have been a member of this community for over 16 months, and I'm still amazed that I have been here this long and that I have a safe place to get better and build a sober life. My baby brother Alex is here tonight, and also my niece Soleil, which was a complete surprise, and it fills my heart with so much love and warmth. She's one of my favorite human beings in the entire world. So what a treat of sobriety, of recovery. So he's my baby brother, and he's about to turn 27 in 3 days, so I guess not a baby anymore. Alex has seen me at my worst. He picked me up at a hotel after days of disappearing and using. I had chosen meth one more time over responsibilities and my family. He drove me home. However, I didn't stay for long. I was filled with shame, regret, and disgust. I decided to run, avoid the feelings, and get high one more time. My journey here has allowed me to be accountable, compassionate, and steer away from shame. It's an everyday practice. Some days are better than others. My relationship with my brothers now are open, vulnerable, and honest. This transformation in the family dynamics is not unique to me. I have heard from many of my housemates how in these holidays they have been able to be more present and feel the love from their families and show love to them. It has been inspiring and reassuring. Teshuvah has allowed me to be more comfortable in my own skin and show up with more integrity and connect with others in a deeper and more meaningful way. That's my hope for all of us as we start this new year.
Thank you, Armando. And we do tshuva out loud in our community, so if there's anybody who wants to share briefly some tshuva or gratitude, we invite you to stand up and come over here on my left. And it's a long night, so please, from the heart and brief.
Hi, I'm Lisa. I'm a grateful member of this community. I want to extend my gratitude to Beit Teshuvah in services. This is the first time that Russell and I are at services in, I think, 5 weeks for various reasons, COVID being one of them. But I really wanted to give a huge shout out to all of the birthdays. I know each of you in very different ways, and you guys are amazing. Julia, congratulations. Tanya, I hope you're watching online. Jade, the newest member of my friends. Adam, and who else is on there? I don't remember who the other person was, and I was hoping it was going to be up here, and it's not. But I love you too. I do, I know I do. And of course, Russell, who's celebrating 22 years of sobriety tonight. There is no one in the world I would rather be stuck on a cruise ship in a cabin with COVID with than you, my love. Thank you.
My name is Joey. I don't know what to, oh, it's on. Thank you. I have to second that, Lisa. I don't think there's anybody else I'd like to be in the cabin with COVID as well, just as much as you and Russ. Mom, I love you. Russell, happy birthday. Lisa, love you. So this whole thing was my idea by accident. There's a funny story. After we did Beatles Shabbos for the 400 millionth time, I was standing over there, and my friend Glenn Goss, this is for you, Glennie, I was in one of my lovely psychopathic, sociopathic moods because we've done the Beatles Shabbos so many times. And he heard me complaining about it, and I said, basically with the few edits here and there, and choice phrases, words, I said, there's two types of people in the world. There's Rolling Stones people and Beatles people. Why don't we do a Rolling Stones Shabbos? And he said, you know, that's not a bad idea. And I thought he was pulling my leg. I thought he was joking the whole entire time, lying. And until he told me to meet him at the studio, recording studio up there, and we hit it off, and we co-wrote Let's Spend Shabbat Together, and then the rest went to Laura, and to Cantor Nathan, and to Shredder Dave. And who am I forgetting from the band? Anybody? Oh well. So that's it. It's my John and Yoko moment.
Hey guys, I'm a grateful member of this community, and my name is Miles. Thank you. So today I turned 29, and it's a big year for me. And I really just want to give everyone a heartfelt, sincere thank you, because this is the longest time I've had sober. I have 4 months and 8 days, and this community, man, there's nothing like it. You know, like when I first came in here, I was lost, I was scared. I didn't love myself. I didn't really know where to go. I didn't have a path. Now I'm here. I love my treatment team. I'm never dodging therapy. I'm excited to go. All my friends here have really helped me out. And I'm just really thankful for this place. It means a great deal to me to be part of this community. And I thank you guys. Shabbat Shalom.
Hi, my name is Corey. I'm a resident of this community. I just wanted to first off by making a teshuva. I'm sorry for any of the staff and other residents I showed anger towards and any aggression. I've been feeling pretty good these past couple of weeks, you know, waking up on time finally and getting everything done, you know, doing my best. And, you know, I still got things I got to work on. I got one more anger management class, but you know I'm probably gonna stick in that group a little bit longer because I need it. Thank you, Nate and Austin, for giving me this internship. You know, it helps me to be able to be here and show my gratitude towards this community by giving back. Thanks to my mom for pushing me in here, helping me get in here, and also actually Ace too. You know, since you're here now, but like thank you for everything you did. It helped me get into here, helping me bug Janet and Lisa and and Carrie. I'm truly thankful for all you guys. And yeah, just thank you to everybody who's helped me get here. Have a good night. My name's Corey.
Hey, I'm Jesse. I'm a grateful member of this community. So I want to start off. I haven't been to Shabbat in a while, which is kind of crazy for me because I've been to every Shabbat for like 3.5 years. And I just want to give like a super big gratitude to, first and foremost, the bands. Like they do incredible work. Yeah. All right, remember the energy you have right now for that, because I also want to give an incredible gratitude to everyone that does the tech for Shabbat, because none of this is going to ever happen without them. And I know very firsthand how stressful that is back there. Thank you guys so much. I also want to give a big gratitude to Russell. I love you so much, Russell. You're like the only thing that keeps our kids safe at night. You know, you're everything. I searched my closet this morning and I didn't have a Rolling Stone shirt, but I did have a Russell Harrison shirt. So I wore that tonight, just in appreciation of everything you do. You make this a better place to come to work every day. You know, you put a smile on my face every time I see you. You know, you somehow make HIPAA trainings fun, kind of, sometimes. And then, of course, Adam, Mr. Nimoy. Oh, am I so grateful. Hi. Yeah, hi. I love you, too. You're the best. You're the best, man. You're the best. I look up to you so much and everything you've done and everything you've done for me. I don't think that I'd be where I'm at today if it wasn't for you. Both as like an employee here, like having you help me start the film department here, and just as like a man in recovery, how you've helped me like usher me through that. You're just an incredible person who I think that everybody should look up to. And you do wonderful things not only for me, but for this entire community. And I think we should all be singing your praises more often because you're the man. Thank you guys.
I'm Nate. I'm a grateful member of this community. All right, so I have a few things that I'm grateful for. First off, I want to send gratitude to my girlfriend, Sarah. She is the reason why I look like this evening. She took it upon herself to go to the Beit Shuva thrift store, and I believe probably most of these are from the women's section, but that's okay. So, you know, women, I'm doing a little modeling tonight for you women. You can check out the thrift store, a small plug for that. I also want to thank the band for this evening. They're such a pleasure to work with, and they're kicking ass tonight, so it's pretty great. I want to thank all the birthdays. I have different relationships with all of you, and you know what that looks like. So I appreciate you very much, every single one of you. I also want to thank God. That's a very big one, especially this week. I don't talk about or thank God enough, but it's been pretty pertinent in, it's always in my life, but also I'm a big fan of the Buffalo Bills. and there was a very difficult, tragic event that happened on the field. And the power of prayer and community and teamwork and people showing up for one another has all led to Damar Hamlin being able to regain consciousness and be able to communicate with people that he loves and cares about. So I'm really grateful, and it also put me into that place of life is very fragile, and especially around here, you know, we can become desensitized to the life and death situation that is occurring all around us. I know that I'm guilty of that at times. So this is really important, this organization, what it does for people and the journey that people are on here and the commitment that they've made to themselves is, I can't really say too much in words about what that means. And in turn, all of you being here together, I know we have a theme Shabbat and it brings a lot of people out, but I'm personally giving you an invitation. You can be here on any Friday or Saturday morning and praise God, be in community, show up. So I encourage you to please do that. And I'll be here.
I'm Johnny. I'm a grateful member of the community. Good Shabbos. Happy sober birthdays to the sober birthdays. Miles, happy birthday to you. I want to just go back real quick. My birthday was last week, and I made gratitude to everyone, and I totally forgot to mention that everyone made it a point to come sing happy birthday and bring me a cake. I shouldn't say never, that's a lie. It's been a while since I've been delivered a cake on my birthday, and I felt seen and important, and that made me feel nice. So thank you to everyone that took part in just making that day special for me. I've caused a lot of trauma myself in my life. I complain a lot about my trauma, but I've caused a lot of trauma in my life. And not only did I have my dad come out a week or two ago, but now tonight I have my mom visiting from New York, which I'm grateful to be able to spend time with her, where she lives across the country. And if there's one thing that I can think that I'm really grateful for you, Mom, I was in what felt like a jail cell in that detox, and I had no access to a phone, and I felt like I had no advocacy for myself to speak to anyone or get into this place for the second time. And I know that you may have driven some people crazy to get me back here, but I'm here, and I'm sober, and I'm grateful to be back here. And I guess besides it being special and seeing Rabbi in a fur coat, something else I'm grateful for is really just beyond the birthday that I got to celebrate. You know, I left here last time, November 2018, and I'm very quick to make a girlfriend or a job or a car my higher power. And this time I gave all that up to be as uncomfortable as I can be. And when I have a hard day and I come back home and I'm crying or I'm sad or I'm just going through it, everyone here embraces me and accepts me as I am. And that is something you don't find everywhere, but you find it here. And I'm just grateful to be here. Good Shabbos.
Oh, hello. I'm Wolf. I'm a grateful member of this community. Thank you. I just want to say it feels really good to be on stage again. You know, it's been a while since I've been in bands and playing and all that stuff, and just want to show gratitude towards the band and the music department for letting me in and sit in for a few songs. Also, you know, I'm very grateful for the people that helped me out when I had COVID. You know, I think I had the most amount of people showing up and bringing me stuff, you know, up to my room. You know, I might have bugged some of the PFs, but, you know, I'm just very happy I got all the food I needed and stuff like that. And, yeah, I'm just very grateful. And also, I made it through New Year's Eve. You know, we had an awesome New Year's Eve bash here, and I didn't think I was going to make it through, but I did. It was awesome. And then also, it's a full wolf moon tonight, so everyone howl at the moon. All right. Have a good night.
Hi, I'm Kevin. I'm a very grateful member of this community. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Real quick, I want to say how grateful I am for my friend Noah. Today's his birthday. Noah and I have been here for a long time together, and he's always there for me when I need him, and I hope that I'm always there for him when he needs me. Piece of shit left for like 3 weeks, which really sucked, but he's back, and I'm glad, and he's a true friend, and I'm blessed to have met him here, and look forward to our lives together.
All right. I'll just say one thing. I got to be in rehearsal earlier tonight, and you see a 7-person band going through their craft, and Jesse stole the words of everybody in the back and the tech, just making sure everything is appropriate, and just being able to see the practice of mastering your craft, right? And the amount of work that goes in behind the scenes that nobody really gets credit for, but is what is really the difference between being a professional and an amateur. And I just want to say how grateful I am for this incredibly professional staff, this band, and everybody who works here and puts so much of their lives, their heart and soul into making this operation work. One of whom, on Sunday, Carrie Newman, will celebrate 25 years of being an employee here. And so, immense gratitude to you as well, and to everybody else and all the birthdays. So, we're going to continue with Mizmor Shir, which we're going to do Jumping Jack Flash, okay? So here's one of the lyrics. I was drowned, I was washed up and left for dead. I fell down to my feet and I saw they bled. Sounds like some of us when we first walked through the doors of Beit Shuvah. And Mizmor Shir is about a song of saying how grateful I am to be able to praise and be in the place of worship with Adonai, right? That even though I might have been in a really rough spot at one point, here I am. I am grateful to be alive. I'm grateful to celebrate Shabbat. I'm grateful to be here now.
Watch it.
Carlos on percussions. Wolf on guitar. David on guitar. Laura Bagdish on keys. Cantor Nate and Thea on vocals tonight. Come on. I'm just the hype man. That's what it is. I'm the hype man. I just, that's what I'm here for. All right. We get to welcome a few new residents into our community, 4 new residents. So I want to invite Angelo A., Elias M., Christopher H., and Arthur S. to come stand up on my left. And all the birthdays. So Tanya, who's virtual, we're inviting her over here. Jade, Julia, Adam, and Russell to please come on up. Right, I got everybody. To come on my right. Come on, don't be shy. Before I forget, these are courtesy of the sisterhood. Hold on. Okay. I keep forgetting to do this, so I'm doing it first. All right, we're gonna welcome in our new residents. Okay, you guys see from there?
May the door of this house be wide enough to receive all who are alone for love, all who are lonely for fellowship.
May it welcome all who have cares to unburden, thanks to express, hopes to nurture.
May the door of this house be narrow enough to shut out pettiness and pride, envy and enmity.
May such there be no stumbling block for young and straying feet.
May it be too high to admit complacency, selfishness, and harshness.
May this house be for all who enter the doorway to a richer and more meaningful life.
Amen.
How's it going? What's your name?
My name's Angelo.
What do we say to Angelo? Baruch haba b'shem Adonai. May you who have come be blessed in the name of the source of life.
Nelech Bior Bisham Adonai.
Let us walk together in the walk of the divine one. Welcome. All right, come on this side. Oh, what's your name?
Elias.
We have some fans, Elias. What do we say? May you who have come be blessed in the name of the source of life.
Nelek Beor B'Shem Adonai.
Let us walk together in the light of the divine one. Welcome. Hello there. What's your name?
Christopher.
Hi, Christopher. Baruch haba b'shem Adonai. May you who have come be blessed in the name of the source of life.
Nelek Beor B'Shem Adonai.
Let us walk together in the light of the divine one. Welcome. Come on in. Make some space. Last but not least, what's your name?
Ace Salzburg.
Hi, Ace. Baruch haba b'shem Adonai. May you who have come be blessed in the name of the source of life.
Nelech Beor B'Shem Adonai.
Let us walk together in the light of the divine one. Welcome. All right, coming in over here. Can I see everybody? I know what you're thinking. We do this every week? The answer is yes, as Cantor Nate so eloquently said, right? We do this every week, and part of it, what we also do every week, is we read a portion of the Torah. And at this particular juncture, it's the last book of the book of Genesis. And Jacob is about to die. And he gathers all of his sons and all of his children, and he gives them a blessing each. And if you actually look at the words of the text, some of the blessings don't really seem like blessings. But what the commentators actually say is Jacob was actually blessing them, each of them, to be exactly who they are. To understand each of their character and be able to call them out when maybe they weren't acting up to their greatest standards. And that's sometimes what love is. Love is being an advocate of the soul, of saying, I see more in you than you can see in yourself, and together as a community, we'll help you walk into that light. And so sometimes it's not that easy. Sometimes we don't want to listen to that voice. We want to perpetuate the sounds that, maybe I'm not so much of a blessing. Maybe I'm a burden. Maybe I'm too much of a fill in the blank. And in those moments when you want to run, we ask you to do one thing, and that is hold on. So welcome to this glorious, wonderful community. We invite everybody to rise and welcome our new residents as you are embraced by community. So go ahead and go down front. Welcome me. All right, we're about to do Lecha Dodi, which is really welcoming the Shabbat bride. And we're doing it with sympathy for the devil. Pleased to meet you. Right? Hope you guessed my name. I'm not going to sing. That's not a good idea. But the beautiful thing about, right, what's puzzling you is the nature of my game. In a lot of ways, a higher power is puzzling. The ineffable, the unknowable, the parts, that something that is greater than ourselves, it requires a lot of questioning and exploration. And it's not always easy to find your answer. And so Lecha Dodi is welcoming in that thing, that something extra that is not tangible. It's not something we can grasp onto. It's not something that we can point to and say, ha, I proved you to be in existence. But it's something we open ourselves up to the Shabbat bride and to the presence of something greater than ourselves.
בדיבור אחד, השמיענו אל המיוחד. אדוני אחד ושמו אחד, לשמו תפארת ולתהילה. מקדש מלך עם מלוכה, סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה. לך דודי Pnei Shabbat nekabela, oh yeah. Lecha Dodi likrat kabela, oh yeah. Mikdash melech melocha, kol mitzei metov habacha. Rav lach shevet bemet habracha. והוא יחמול עלייך חמלה. לך דודי פני שבת נקבלה, oh yeah. לך Everyone, please rise as we welcome in the Shabbos bride. Boi v'shalom ateret ba'ala Gam besimcha, gam besimcha O v'tzola Toch emunei Am segula Boi chala, boi chala Boi chala Lech Dodi B'nai Shabbat ne'kavila Oh yeah Lech Dodi likrat kavila
Why are you sitting down? We're going to rise for the Baruch Hu, right? This is a moment where, sorry, that wasn't, no judgment. I mean, this is the privilege of being up here is we get to see all of this, right? And when everybody is grooving like we just did right now, it is a gift to be a part of and witness. And so I just want to keep it going all the time. And we don't want it to be the last time. We don't want it to be the last time that we get up on our feet and we worship and we celebrate. But the piece about surrender is that it's not just a one-time process. To surrender is to be surrendering over and over and over. So when we bow for the Baruch Hu, it's a moment of surrender that can't be the last time. It has to be repeated.
Oh yeah, Teddy.
Ted got into it too much too.
Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach Baruch Adonai Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Le'olam Va'ed. Oh no, oh no. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach Baruch Adonai Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Le'olam Va'ed. Oh no, oh no.
Now you can have a seat. We're going to continue with the Shema and Ve'ahavta.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad
Baruch Shem Kavod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ושוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם לאות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Some words of Torah. When you have people visiting from out of town, where do you take them? Beit Tshuva. That's why you're the board chair, right? Thank you, Paul. Right? We take them to our favorite spots in the city. Maybe we take them to places in our lives that were significant. Right? Maybe our high school, our college, or where we used to get in trouble, maybe. To showcase, this happened to me here. This is where I grew up in this regard. This is where I might have made some mistakes down the road. And in this week's Torah portion, the patriarch Jacob dies. And the whole family at this point has been brought down to the land of Egypt. And they've been living there for 17 years, together as a family, where Joseph has literally given them some of the most fertile land of all of Egypt, and to house them and feed them and take care of them during the years of famine. And once Jacob dies, he makes sure Joseph promises to take his body and bury him in the land of Canaan, in the land of Israel. And as he's doing that, as Joseph is doing that, he decides to take a side trip. He leaves the brothers, and he makes a trip to the pit that his brothers threw him into in the first place. All these years ago, 37, around 40 years prior, he goes to the pit where it all happened, where it all began, and according to rabbinic legend, he says a blessing. He says, "Thank you, God, for the place that miracles happened for the people of Israel." Record scratch? No? What? Yeah, give me records. Right? The pit, the bottom, the place where his brothers stripped him of his clothes, stripped him of his dignity, and threw him down a pit, leaving him to die and selling him into slavery. He goes and says, "Thank you, God, for the place that miracles happened to the people of Israel." Am I missing something? And the brothers see this, and the brothers get really worried. The brothers start thinking, oh no, now that our father is gone, Joseph still harbors resentment. Joseph is still pissed off at us, and now that our father's not there to tie the family all together, he's going to take retribution. He's going to come after us. He's been playing nice all these years, but now, has he really forgiven us? And the brothers approach him when they're back in Egypt, and they say, "Please, we are willing to be your slaves. but please don't take vengeance upon us. And Joseph, he cries. It was one of the 7 times that Joseph cries in the story, right? He's a man not afraid to show his emotions. And he says to his brothers something fascinating. While you have no fear, for am I in place of God? While you might have intended me harm, God intended it for good, so as to bring about this present result and the survival of many people. So fear not, I will take care of you and your children. Thus he reassured them, speaking kindly to them. And I think, to be in that place, to be in the place where bottom is sacred, that when we think we're thrown in the pit, when we think everything has gone wrong, to actually be able to go back and reflect and say, thank God for that, because look at where my life has led me because of that. There is a sacredness to hitting bottom and realizing that if I let go of what I think my life should be, Joseph, the dreamer who dreams of glory, could never have imagined the life that ended up happening to him. But we gotta let go. We gotta let God. We gotta accept the challenges and turn them into miracles. I think there's something about Joseph here being able to really forgive, and I think there's something about the brothers who say, okay, while he might have forgiven us, we still owe him another piece of amends. We need to make sure we've cleaned our side of the road fully so that there's no ill will between any of us, and really bring families together. So I hope for all of us that maybe you're in that place where not sure if you want to dig any deeper, if you're not sure if the shovel needs to put out of your hands, but how do we turn that pit from being someplace scary and fearful and shameful, but rather turn it into something sacred and miraculous? Shabbat shalom. So we got Paint It Black in accordance with Vishamru. And I think it's a kind of appropriate, right? Like, we see a red door and we want to paint it black. I don't like this red door. I don't want to accept it. I want to change what I can control, or maybe what I can't control. But how do we be in acceptance? How do we allow the redness of our souls to really be? Thea, did you want to jump in and say anything else too? This was...
Yeah.
This was one we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, so I like how it says, if I look hard enough into the setting sun, my love will laugh with me before the morning comes. And that kind of made me think about how at nighttime is usually when my stuff, the stuff that swirls around in our brains comes up. And what's funny about that is, normally we want to just avoid that because I don't want to feel this, but the most freedom that I've found is from embracing that darkness and seeing how I can use that to help others. And I tend to find my higher power when I pause and breathe and allow myself to feel that. So.
Amen. This one is a standing one too, so we rise for Vishamru.
Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et HaShabbat Lasot et HaShabbat לדורותם ברית עולם כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השביעי שבת וינפש heavens and the stars that shine. Bisham Reuven Yisrael and HaShabbat Lazot and HaShabbat Ledorotam Ridolam Kisheshet Yamim Asa Adonai and Hashvi Shabbat Vayinabash. God made the earth and heavens all in 6 days' time, and on the seventh day he rested and reclined. Throughout all generation, no it is a sign. God made the earth and heavens and the stars that shine. Bisham Reuven Yisrael and HaShabbat Lazot and HaShabbat Ledorotam Ridolam Kisheshet Yamim Asa Adonai and Hashvi Shabbat Vayinabash. Wanna see you painted, 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 painted black. Wanna see the sun blotted out from the sky. I wanna see you painted, 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 painted black.
Yeah! You can have a seat. Give it up for this band again. It's time to celebrate some birthdays. We have 5 birthdays tonight. Tanya J for 2 years. Julia D for 4 years. Come on, where's the clapping? Jade C for 5 years. Adam N for 19. And Russell H for 22. And our first one goes to Tanya, and it's virtual. And so this message was brought to you.
Hi, I am Tanya, and I'm a grateful member of this community.
See how this...
Let's see how this goes.
I see myself.
I'm also a recovering alcoholic and gambling addict. I went through Beit Teshuva 2 years ago. I walked through the doors today. We were in our rooms, and I was there for 2 weeks without leaving. It was fine. It gave me a chance to get to know myself and to take some steps to find a place to be in recovery when I left. I stayed at Beit Teshuva for 4.5 months. I was actively involved in the groups, the counseling, the therapy, the spiritual counseling. I took advantage of every opportunity to find out how I could stay sober and gambling free when I left. I've since gone.
We're gonna come back to this. We're gonna come back. So let's go to Julia D for 4 years. So Julia, come on up. Happy birthday. What did we give you? We got for understanding, Bina.
Oh, he's hitting you.
Yeah, this is a little birthday gift from us.
Whew. Hi, guys. I'm Julia. I'm a grateful member of this community. Hi. Okay. 4 years ago, I came through those front doors as a shell of a human. I was stuck, miserable, and starving for real nourishment, but too full of my own bullshit to take a bite at life. I brought with me my stubborn nature and clung on to the insanity I had grown so used to during my using. On day one, I nearly got into a fist fight with Carrie Newman. Little did I know this was the same woman who would stick with me all throughout a 6-month sober stint in jail. Lisa did my intake. I was placed with my therapist, Darcy, who I still work with today, and I met my sponsor, Jackie, who I call more than I do my own mother. This place offered me a chance at life I was convinced I didn't deserve, and they loved me unconditionally until I realized I did. For the first time in nearly a decade, I was reminded of how it feels to be home. My sobriety hasn't been all rainbows and sunshine. Life and all of its glorious, terrifying chaos just isn't that way. I might have stopped eating pills, but I still had and have a lot of work to do. So I put my head down and did it, and I keep doing it. I stayed sober in jail. I found my way into and out of an abusive relationship with another addict. I grieved the loss of close family members and friends who'd passed, one of them right across the hall from my bedroom. I got a sponsor, I worked the steps twice, I got a sponsee, I paid off my debt, I quit smoking, I quit jobs, and I found better ones. And I really owned my baggage. And I made a lot of mistakes. But in each of them, I found a lesson, and I learned it. I'm sweating so much. I read, rewrote, and revised the stories I tell myself, and no matter how solid I feel, I still have to go back and edit out all of the lies that somehow still find their way in there. There comes a point when recovery becomes a step and repeat. You do the work and the work pays off, and then you do it again and you find a way to stay grateful the whole damn time. But it's true what they say about the promises they follow. Today I have the coolest job ever, a job where I feel valued and one that I've been able to keep for more than 3 months. The relationship with my friends and family that I had damaged so deeply have healed and continue healing. I've built an incredible network of sober women around me who have become my best friends, my forever friends. I met or reunited with the love of my life, and we're about to embark on a whole new chapter of our lives together when we move to New York later this month. And although to begin a new chapter, we must close another, Beit Tshuva will never stop serving as my home away from home, no matter how far away the bed I sleep in may be. This is my chosen family. This is my community. Thank you for celebrating with me. I'll see you all soon.
Oh, it's hot up here. You're really hot up here. Don't forget your mask. Your mask, too. So, thank you, Julia. And what a wonderful way to celebrate where you're off to next. So, mazel tov on that next step. Jade C., where are you, Jade? Rabbinic intern extraordinaire as well. 5 years. Let's see, which one? You get to pick which one you want.
Okay. Understanding, Bina. Yeah. Hi, Jade, the grateful member of this community. I speak up here all the time, and tonight I'm a little nervous. There's a lot of you here. I want to shout out to my family over here. I want to lay this out. My husband, my sibling, my dad, my mother-in-law, my father-in-law, my sister-in-law, and my best friend are all here. And I'm so thankful for them, but the truth is, it's because I'm sober and because I've just gone to sleep sober for the last 5 years. And to everyone here, residents in the back specifically, this is what you can have. You can have a family that shows up for you, and you can have best friends that show up for you no matter what. And all you gotta do is just go to bed sober, and it's really hard some days, and it's a little easier some others. My first 2 weeks of sobriety was the AA convention in the Valley, and I heard a speaker say, hold on to your seat because you're in for a very wild ride during your time in sobriety. And this wasn't what I had in mind, and it's so much better than what I could have ever imagined. Just for context, I grew up in a Jewish community that was like, hey, you really shouldn't clap during Shabbat. So to be here is the greatest joy of my life, that I get to give back, to connect with my Judaism, connect with my family, and be a part of your recovery. And thank you so much to the Beit Tshuva community for enhancing my recovery in ways that I didn't think was possible. So Shabbat Shalom, and thank you.
Adam, board member, chair of our sanctuary committee.
Wow, Shabbat Shalom. My name is Adam. I'm a grateful member of this crazy community. Wow, okay, first I want to welcome the new residents and say hello to the residents back there. You guys are the foundation of 12-step recovery, in my experience. We need you as much as you need us. I'm so glad you guys are here to share this sacred space that Rabbi Mark and Harriet have created for us. I'm so grateful to them for what they've given us. I want to give a shout out to the Beit Teshuvah band. I mean, it's insane that we do Rolling Stone Shabbat. Where else on the planet can you come to hear Rolling Stone Shabbat? I love you guys. I love that you welcome me into the band when we do Grateful Dead Shabbat. You are the rock of this organization. You are why I come back every Friday night. I love you. I love you. There are many other people here who work here at Beit Teshuvah who I am really close to because I've been coming here for over 10 years. And I'm not going to name everybody because there's so many of you. Jesse. I also have friends and family watching on YouTube tonight, and I have some friends and family here. I have my cousin Allison, who's here, and Mindy and Paul. My cousins Mindy and Paul. My cousin Paul is my first cousin. I met him when I was 6 years old, and we took our first trip to Boston, where my dad was from, and I met Paul. And he was a terror then, and it's just been a while. Talk about a long, strange trip, Paul. We've gone through a lot together. I love you so much. I'm glad you're here. My friend Amy is here. I met Amy 10 years ago in grief group. She lost her husband to cancer. I lost my wife, Martha. And it's been a really strange trip, but I'm so glad I'm on this journey with you, Amy. Thank you for coming. And my friend Ed is here. I met Ed at Emerson Junior High. Ed was in a group of bad boys. They were like merry pranksters. It was Ed and Tim and the late, great Mike Gavini Mazzoni, who we just lost to cancer last year. And those guys scared the hell out of me, and I stayed away from them because I was 14, and I wanted to be a good kid and everything. But when I turned 17, I just wanted to be them. And they taught me everything I needed to know about drinking and using. Thank you, Ed, because it... because it brought me here to Beit Teshuvah, ultimately, not as a resident, but as a part of my recovery. I wanted to share with you something that I've talked about before, and that is the fact that a big part of my recovery was, early on in my recovery, was when I made an amends to my dad. You know, I had a lot of trouble with my dad all my life and into recovery, a lot of conflict, and I finally made an amends to him in my 4th year of recovery. And then everything changed for us after that. And the strange thing is that I took direction when I went to make that amends. I didn't want to do it, but somebody gave me some direction and told me to do it, and that somebody was Ed. That was Ed. Now, I met Ed in 2005. I'd lost touch with him. My daughter happened to be in love with his son, and I was dropping Maddie off at Lucas's house one day, and there was Ed. And the weird irony of it is that, my dad hated Ed and Tim and Mike. He just really resented them because he knew what they were up to. And it was Ed, thank you. It was Ed who said, just go do it. Let go of your resentment and get on with your recovery. And I did it, and it changed everything. So thank you. Bless you. I also want to mention the fact that after I made this amends to my dad, I got a phone call from my dad and my stepmother. And during that phone call, they said to me, we're just calling to say how happy we are with in our relationship with you. And I thought, that is so nice that they did that. And then they said, we think the reason that things have improved between us is because you are now in a relationship with somebody who makes you very happy, Martha, who became my second wife. We said that Martha has made you a much happier person, and we really credit her for the reason why we're, doing so well together, right? And me being an addict, that pissed me off, right? And my mind started racing while they were talking. And it went something like this. This is complete and total bullshit. Because they know I'm in a program of recovery. I go to meetings, I read the big book, I work the steps, I have a sponsor, I take commitments, I'm of service, I get down on my knees every morning and recite the 3rd step prayer. I am a poster boy for 12-step recovery, and that's why I'm so happy, damn it. This is, because I'm dating somebody, it's nonsense. But by then I had some recovery tools. Restrain of pen and tongue. Don't just do something, sit there, let go and let God. Count to 10, count to 20. And I managed to do that. And when it was my turn to speak in that telephone conversation, this is what came out of my mouth. Thank you so much for calling. I really appreciate this. I'm really happy with our relationship too. Because the fact of the matter is, after I had that conversation and I calmed down, I realized they were right. I was a lot happier to have Martha in my life. They were, but that's not the point, damn it. I think the point is that I'm an addict, and with joint and drink in my hand for 30 years of using, I warped my mind. That is a fact that I have to accept. And if you've ever seen a warped record, those of you who know what vinyl is, have you ever seen a warped record? Nothing you can do about it. Nothing. And that's why I come back after 19 years. I need the program to help me. I need it because I need that space between something that pisses me off. I'm an addict, and my first thought is, if someone pisses me off, my first thought is always, F you. Always. And so I am responsible for my second thought and my first action. But to get to that second thought, I need the program to give me space and time to get out of my first thought, to get to that second thought, which is usually more mature and more reasonable, and then I can take the next indicated action. And I don't always do it perfectly. I have sober relapses all the time, and I can't get a grip on my mind, and my mouth starts moving before it should, and I say stuff that I should not be saying, and I get into trouble, and then I have to use the 10th step and make an amends. I'm not perfect. I have to accept that in myself. And I do want to say that I've been really lucky because I was done when I came in 19 years ago. After 30 years of waking and baking, I was done. Excuse me. And I've never gone out by using or drinking. I'm so grateful for that. But I do have sober relapse, and I have to accept that in myself. It's both and. I'm not perfect. I'm going to make mistakes. And I have other little relapse situations where I don't get a grip, such as when I'm driving Jesse home at night, and we pass Dunkin' Donuts on La Cienega Boulevard, and my mind is thinking about how to get Jesse home, but my body is doing this. I make a U-turn, we go back to Dunkin' Donuts, and we run in there to scarf down whatever they have that's fresh out of the oven. That's another relapse I have to deal with, and it's a quality problem, and I'm really grateful to be here with you guys tonight. Thank you for letting me share. Shabbat Shalom. I love you, Jesse.
And Russell for 22 years. We got strength, Gevura, for you.
Thank you, Rabbi. Shabbat Shalom. My name is Russell. I'm a very grateful member of this community. So, I want to start by thanking God, my mom in heaven, who I know is very proud of me tonight and every day. It's not just about the celebrations, it's about the sorrow, the pain, the grief, the anguish, the suffering. It's about every day that we go through And I know that I have people in my life that love me, support me, want good for me, and they show up for me. And there's plenty of people in this room tonight that came here to show up for me. And I am so grateful to each and every one of you. And to ones that couldn't be here tonight that are joining through virtual means, thank you so much. Linda and Alan, I know you're on, and I couldn't be happier. I couldn't have a better set of parents than you, and I am very grateful that you're in my life. You know, when I came to Beit Shuva, most of you probably know my story. I came here in August of 2011 after serving 27 years in prison. And if you do the math, I'm taking the cake for 22 years tonight. And I've been out 11 years. So that means for the first 17 years of my incarceration, I was an addict. I was using. I was lying, cheating, stealing, slamming, drinking, making it, doing all that stuff, justifying it because that's what I thought I needed to do to survive, justifying it because me hurting you really doesn't matter because you don't matter, right? I'm selfish. I want what I want when I want it, and I'm going to take it. And it wasn't until I got out of prison and I came to Beit Teshuvah with, 11 years sobriety at that time? I don't call it sobriety. With 11 years of not using at that time, I needed to learn how to live life as a decent human being because I did not know how to do that. I was standing on the balcony of a motel room in Long Beach right after I got out of prison. I was on the 5th floor. My brother and my sister, they came out to pick me up, and I was petrified. I was terrified. I was literally white-knuckling that balcony because I had no idea how I was going to live in free society. My mom died a week prior. I was suffering. I was hurting. But I had a firm commitment that I was not going to quit. I was not going to give up. I was going to figure it out. And it turns out I couldn't do it on my own. I had absolutely no idea how I was going to do it. So I called Beit Shuva. I called Carrie. I called Hillary after Phil Hamburg deserted us. All right, we'll work on that resentment together, Carrie. Love Phil. But I came here. And the first time I showed up at Beit Shuva was a Friday night at a Shabbat service. And I knew I was home. And I've been coming back. Lisa said earlier, I haven't been here in 5 weeks, and that hurt. I miss this community because this community has meant so much to me. The love, the support. I can't put a price on what community can do. I will tell you it can heal your soul because that's what it has done for me. And when I come up here and when I show up here and when I talk to the residents, when I ask you to put your mask on, when I tell you don't use this, don't do that, don't break this, don't hurt that, it's out of love of community. I want you to have the amazing, miraculous life that I have, which is literally beyond my wildest dreams. When I was sitting in a prison cell, do you think I ever for once imagined my life would be this full of love? When all I ever wanted was that darkness, to numb the pain, to live behind those doors in a cell. I was comfortable. This wasn't comfortable, but I learned. I learned how to love. I learned how to be loved. I learned how to love myself through the love and support and the knowledge and the nurturing and the caring of Beit Shuva. I work with some amazing people. The staff that I get to work with, the executive staff, the clergy, the band, the PFs, the council, everybody, all the staff here, you guys sustain me in my darkest times. And the residents of Beit Shuva, you move me forward in my darkest times. Because even when I'm having a bad day and I want to come in and I want to let loose, I have to remember that I was once where you were, struggling, learning how to survive, learning how to live, just wanting better. And it reminds me I have to be better. having 22 years of sobriety, being out of prison, having done time, being a staff member, executive member, or this, it gives me no right to anything. What gives me right to everything is love, God, community, support. And that's what we share together. The one thing you'll never share with me is the love that I have for my wife. A lot of people tell me, I love your wife, and it's in a very different way that I do. She is the most amazing person. It has nothing to do with the cruise ship. It has to do with the fact that you share my hopes, my dreams, my desires, my fears, my sorrow, my pain, my suffering, my happiness, my joy. Everything that is me, we share. And the fact that we got married on this sacred space in front of this community, that you said yes to me, means the world to me. And the fact that we're on this journey together, this path together, I wouldn't give that up for anything in the world. I don't have an option. I am truly committed and dedicated to the life that we have, the love that we share, and the path that we're on. I love you and thank you, everybody. Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you, Russell. We're going to go back to Tanya virtually real quickly as well to round it out. Just give us 1 second.
I went through Beit Shuvah 2 years ago. I walked through the doors today. We were in our rooms, and I was there for 2 weeks without leaving. It was fine. It gave me a chance to get to know myself and to take some steps to find a place to be in recovery when I left. I stayed at Beit Shuvah for 4.5 months. I was actively involved in the groups, counseling, the therapy, the spiritual counseling. I took advantage of every opportunity to find out how I could stay sober and gambling free when I left. I've since gone to AA meetings, GA meetings. I have a sponsor. I work the 12 steps of AA. I know that other people can find other ways to stay sober. That's just what worked for me. I have a really strong network of friends that check on me if I'm not around, and I have a super supportive family, which I'm really grateful for. Things aren't perfect with my family. I had stolen a lot of money from my mom before I came into Beit Shuvah, but honestly, that's what saved me, because had I not done that, I probably could have continued on that path until I died. I lost a friend the same age as me while I was at Beit Shuvah. She died of liver failure. So I'm incredibly grateful to have my life back, to be on a path of recovery, to have people in my life that understand where I'm at, to know that I'm not alone anymore, and to know that I can always reach out to Beit Shuvah because they've always got my back. So thanks for being here tonight at this awesome Rolling Stones night, and I hope to see all of you in person Sunday.
All right, thank you, Tanya. We want to invite anybody who wants to bring a cake out to our birthdays to come on up and present cakes to your beloveds as we sing Happy Birthday.
Julia, Jade, Adam, and Russell. Happy birthday to you. Keep coming back sober.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I love the celebration and the healing that takes place in this community. It's incredible to witness all the transformation and be a part of that. And to know that there are people, not only in this space, but all around us who are also in need of physical and spiritual healing. And so we say a blessing, a Misha Berach, a blessing for healing for those who are in need of it.
Avraham, Yitzhak, Yaakov, Sarah, Rivka, Rachel, Leah, Yivarech, Virapeh, et hacholim. Elna, Refana, Elna, Refana, Elna, Refana, Elna, Refana, Misheberach Avoteinu Avraham, Yitzhak, Yaakov, Sarah, Rivka, Rachel, Leah, Uyivarech, Virapeh, et
May all who are in need of healing be healed with refuah shlema, complete healing of mind, body, and spirit. And let us say, Amen. Amen. I invite you to rise for the Aleinu.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצא בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא ביום ההוא יחיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד.
You can have a seat. We take some time to remember those who have departed, who are no longer here in the physical realm, but we continue their memory and the lives that they lived. Those we lost this year: David Heller, Nico Jacob Esforms, Zenaida Zuskrun, Aharon Ben Yehuda, Dr. Saul Block, Mandy Benayim, Adam Aarons, William Lurie, Judy Burke, Norman Scharf, Fred Rothschild, Mark Kessler, Henry Hank Schrimmer, Joyce Powell, Inosi Blumenkrantz, Stephen Grossman, Leon Perrick, Robert Gorsey, Gary Mintz, Marilyn Buckley, Estelle Carlton, Patricia Blumenkrantz, Jessica Bayer, Matt Pollinger, Orion Brown, Carlos Catano Rios, Linus Stern, Lucy Franco, David Gallardo Sr., Bernard J. Alpern, John Baker, Hunter Venturelli, Faina Trilina, Lieutenant Mark Fleischman, Dr. Vinay Sundaram, Eleanor Gassaway, Zev Ben Shmuel Yaakov, Erwin Belsky, Clayton Leon Cochran, Melvin Nimoy, Simcha Farkas, Laura Avina, Leslie Barnett, Phyllis Siegel, Dennis Sherman, Jennifer Weller, Boris Katrik, Howard Sutton, Malcolm Jack III, Wayne Kahn, Myron Keene, Naum Trilin, Marvin Jones, and also to the family of Jeff Rosenblum, who buried Michelle, his mom, this week. And to the Yortzites of those that we are commemorating this week: Rhoda Bergman, William Malat, Clement Peck, Joan Praver, Corey Breslow, Joseph Rosen, Beatrice Greenberg, Judith Ann Ruderman, Patricia Geiger, Evelyn Handel, Bob Felixson, Lucy Ann Heskey, Joan Freegard, Richard Bender, Howard Weschler, Joseph Hitter, Louis Korowitz, Michael Diamond, Robert Zuckerman, Jack Wexler, Sidney Rubin, Albert Bilford, Arnold Lorber, Lillian Westfield, and Marvin Channon. For those on YouTube, if there's somebody you are remembering, please go ahead and put the names of those beloved ones in the chat right now. And for those in our sanctuary, our tradition is that we rise if you have somebody to remember. And again, nobody stands alone, so if you see somebody standing, go ahead and put an arm around or stand next to, please. Matthew Carey. The words of Kadisha Tome, Mourner's Kaddish, are up on the screen. Yit Gadal, Vit Gadash, Shemei Rabbah. Amen. Be'alma divarach irute, ve'amlich malchute. Be'chayechon uvyomechon, uvchaye dechol Beit Yisrael. Ba'agala uvizman kari v'imru. Amen. Yehi Shmei Rabbah mevarach le'alam olmei olmaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitba'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yithadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal Shemei dekudsha b'richu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata. Tushbechata v'nechemata da'amiran be'alma v'imru. Amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya. V'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. Oseh shalom bimromav. Hu ya'aseh shalom. Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. May the memories of those who have departed be remembered for a blessing. Let us say, Amen. You can have a seat. Just a few announcements. Oh, did I mute myself? No, you can hear me still? First of all, thank you to our sponsors for tonight. Alumni Max T, Miami Max. Max Meredith and Austin T. He called me and just said, "Hey, how do I help our community?" And I just appreciate that. All the way in Florida, he's staying still connected and helping us with Shabbat, and as well in honor of Russell's 22nd cake, and especially for the amazingly kind and loving man that he is. We love you, Russell, Linda, and Alan Maybrook. All right. Thank you as well for that. If there's anybody in the house right now that wants to sponsor Shabbat, we'll gladly take it. So Andrea, Heidi, thank you. Anybody else? Thank you very much. Okay, Mazel Tov again to the birthdays. Let's keep that going. Let's have many, many more. I don't know where I put my announcements. Addie, put it up here. I've lost it. Here we go. Oh, there we go. Rolling Stone Shabbats. The gala.
Yeah.
February 26th, in honoring Saul and Joyce Brandeman Foundation at the Beverly Hilton. It's Sunday the 26th. Really shout out to Addie as well and Avia for really continuing this on. Please go to beitshuva.org/gala for your tickets. It's really going to be an amazing showcase of what we do, so thank you. 31st annual gala, 5 p.m. on that night. So please sign up and register. Sisterhood, our next meeting is January 8th at 10:30 via Zoom. Thank you, Kathy Galper, for spearheading it in the interim as we take next steps for the Sisterhood. And a shout out to the Sisterhood, really. They spent $900 for our residents over the holidays to give each resident a gift certificate and a little bit from CVS for the holidays. So thank you for supporting our residents and our community. LA Marathon Running for Recovery. How many people here are running for recovery? All right, let's support our community, our residents, our alumni who are making this happening and really running to save lives. There's ways to donate on our website and for each person. And if you need support in that, contact Sarah Jacobs. And who wants to sing in this choir, right? Wednesdays at 6 p.m. Be a part. Whether you have a voice like me or not, there is space in the choir for you. Really come and sing that note that your soul is yearning to sing out. So please come join us. And that's it. Okay. We have a couple of other fundraising things that are happening. One is our Tree of Life. If you want to be a part of and have a name that you're honoring or dedicating, it's $72 that can live in our sanctuary and have your name engraved or somebody you love for. For that, contact Barbara Friedman. And that's enough for tonight. I think so, right? Give it up for this amazing band again. For everybody behind the scenes, Corey, Noam, Jade, Erica, Jesse, Austin, Max who showed up, Sarah who came back from vacation, Addie, Armando, Miles, really everybody to make this happen. Wolf who is also on guitar, Carlos and Brock who are added on for Rolling Stones. Austin in the studio, Samantha in the studio. I always forget the sound guy or person. And Austin's playing guitar. See, I knew he was somewhere. Okay, Oseh Shalom, right? One who, the maker of peace, right? When we are in the Sukkot Shalom, the shelter of peace of God, of Adonai, we have shelter and peace. So let's take it home with Oseh Shalom.
Everyone please rise. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. Good Shabbos, everyone.
Shabbat shalom. Thank you for being here.